Okay, so my story is Sedona, a blown light bulb, nictitating eyelids, and Jesus. Okay, so let's talk. I'm out here in the tree fort and it's chilly, but I wanted to share this story with you guys. Like my copper pyramid. Okay, so this is also an ode to Sedona if you've been there. I don't know if it's the Crystal Cave, the one across from Tlaquepaque where they have that great big copper pyramid that you can meditate under with the crystals. Yeah, I got me one, a small one for my head and my crystals. Okay, Sedona. All right, so on my healing journey, I'm a Jersey girl. Okay, grew up my whole life in New Jersey. I was an EMT in New Jersey. So when I hit the breaking point after 10 years of being bedridden and hardly able to get up and not able to take care of my daily needs, I hit a point in which I realized I'm not going to make it to 40, let alone 50 like this. And I sought out alternative medicine. So I was sent to Sedona by a psychic, basically, and got set up with an Ayurvedic practitioner in Sedona. So when I got out there and I got to the hotel room, I was like, it was later in the afternoon, so I didn't see it in all of its daytime glory, right? I could see what I could see, but I was so excited because this was the adventure of my lifetime. If this is how I was going to heal. This is how I was getting out of the wheelchair, the loft chair and crutches, like whatever assisted devices that I needed. This was it. Sedona was going to cure me. And for those of you who don't know anything about Sedona, it's kind of like the hippie mecca. So here I am, I'm pulling up, I've got the the driver pulling up and I'm looking around and I see people with like Birkenstocks, with long white hair, with their helmets on their little scooters, their motorcycles. I'm like, what is this place? I had no idea what I was in for. So when I got there, I was in a hotel room, but I had, independent door. It was like a place that had a kitchenette, that type of thing, so that I could take care of my food needs. I didn't know it at this point because I was, still Diet Pepsi and McDonald's girl. Yeah, well, it's chicken sandwich. I mean, it's chicken and cheese. It's lettuce, tomato. It's bread. I mean, this isn't that bad. I mean, the fries, but it's the truth. So I got there and my first night, now I had been doing some meditation. So I was open to this. I knew I was going to be working with an Ayurvedic practitioner. And I was so excited to be there. And just like the possibility of what was coming, I was laying in bed, meditating, and I heard the light bulb going, and it popped. So, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. This is incredible. So I met with my practitioner the next day. She came to my hotel and she was like, okay, this is a list of the foods. We're going to get you started on a new diet. So I want you to, experiment and explore with some new things. Like I had never had a medjool date before that. I was 36. Okay. So it just wasn't part of my diet or my family's diet. So she had this just a short, list for me of foods to start eating for my dosha. Okay. So she said, now when you are at New Frontiers in town, look for people with nictitating eyelids. And I was like, what's a nictitating eyelid? And she said, well, humans, people have the top and the bottom. But animals have the nictitating eyelids, so it's because they have paws. They can't get a hair off their eye or something, so they have a second thin film across their eyes. And I was like, on people, so confused. And she's saying, yeah, look for people with the nictitating eyelids. She's like, they're reptilians. I was like, what is going on here? What is a reptilian and what do I need to know? Oh, we got reptilians in Sedona. You just have to look for them while you're out. Okay. So a few days had gone by And I don't know, maybe I was still within 72 hours. I didn't sleep. I couldn't. I was so charged. Oh my gosh, I was so charged. So if you don't know, we've talked a little bit about chakras, and we're definitely going to delve into them much further as we progress. But chakras are energy points in the body. So if you've ever seen a banner and it's got like the red, the orange, and it looks like the rainbow, but it's like flower petals, if you're not familiar. Okay, so, or a person meditating and you see the rainbow colors going up their body, those are the chakras, they're energy points. And like I said, we'll discuss those. So, I totally lost my thought, so I'm going to swing it back. I can't even believe I did that. Why did I go off on the tangent on chakras? It'll come back to me. So it's chakras. So Sedona is actually one of the 7 chakras on the earth, and they have what's called vortexes. So if this is new language to you, this is a lot of fun stuff to start looking up. So look up the vortexes in Sedona. You can look up chakras. We will be having, informational classes here about the chakras, videos. So not knowing anything about this world, I mean, I had seen spirits growing up, but that was normal in my life. I didn't know it wasn't normal for everybody. But I was also that, Parliament Light, Diet Pepsi on the, driving to the ambulance to get on the rig, or that kind of like, there was a different type of mentality. I was open to the spirit realm, but I was also very much like, out your minds, so questioning a lot of things. But I knew that when I went to Sedona, this was live or die. And not a joke. I had a lot of medical conditions along with the CRPS, and I was not doing well. I was on a lot of narcotics, a lot of medications. I needed a change right then and right there. So being in this energy, I said it was like I had an electric cord up my booty, that I was plugged in for 3 days of and this was on Cadian, which is a type of morphine for cancer patients, okay? I was on Cadian. That was just one of them, and I couldn't sleep. So again, I blew another light bulb in meditation. This time I was kneeling at the side of the bed, and I'm not religious, but I do pray. I pray to Source. I pray to God. I just don't follow one particular religious sect. And as I was meditating, and I just had so much hope filling up in my heart. I could feel it around me, and tears just started to roll down my face. And I was like, yes, this is it. This is going to be the change. This is exactly what I needed to give me life again, to be participating in life again, right? Boom, blew another light bulb. I was like, this is crazy. I can't believe it. So then I was meeting with another practitioner in town. She had me set up with several practitioners in town. And so I was driving to Uptown, and as I'm going between, like, if you're familiar with Sedona, I can't remember, is that 64? I think it's 64, 84, whatever. Is that Carefree Highway? I don't know. If you know Sedona, you know what I'm saying. And I live there. So after this, so this is crazy, but after you pass New Frontiers and you're on your way up to like Pink Jeep Tours, there's kind of a bridge, like just a road over, the rocks and stuff that you go over. And I was just having almost like this existential moment, and everything that is coming to me and what I'm seeing in these experiences and what I'm feeling in my body and what's happening around me. And I was just praying, like, is this it? Is this it? Right? Is this, like, this is just an incredible, it almost felt like I stepped into magic, right? Can I be a part of this world? Can I carry crystals too? Can I put a copper pyramid on my head? Can I do those kinds of things? And as I'm driving across the bridge, and if you've been to Sedona or you live there, you might know who I'm driving, and I see a man in a long cream-colored tunic with like this brown robe, long robe on, and rope tied and sandals and a long beard and mustache, long brown hair. And I was like, Jesus, is that Jesus? And the man looked just like we see Jesus in, paintings and whatnot. And I'd never seen something like this where I grew up in central New Jersey and had these kinds of experiences. I mean, it was just interesting. And so I see this man and I was like, this is confirmation that yes, I am welcomed into the magic realm, to experiencing all the things that Sedona has to offer, and the healing journey and the spiritual journey. But I could tell you I was still very much of like a guards up, because one of the practitioners I worked with, she offered me magic juice. And I was like, no, thank you. Like, you could keep your drug stuff to yourself, lady. I'm not doing mushrooms. I don't know what that is. Magic tea, in case you ever go to Sedona and you happen to run into this group of practitioners that rolls with one another, it's half juice and half like fruit juice from concentrate, and half tea, fruit tea. But I refused. I have to go in. I refused to drink it until I was more comfortable with understanding what was going on in this world. People were having like full moon ceremonies and walking around naked. That was not me. Okay. Very, very, very much out of my comfort zone. So, Sedona. If you liked my story and you would like to hear more stories of just interesting things from the healing journey, or learning more about things like the chakras, or spirit realm, make a note beneath. If you've been to Sedona and you know who I'm talking about, because Jesus was even in the movie. Did you guys see the movie Sedona, where they have the lady, the birthday lady? Oh my gosh, I used to run into her at the plaza over by New Frontiers. She dresses up and she always, every day, happy birthday. She's like, she was in her 60s. I don't know, wore a tutu. I mean, all colorful clothes and a wand. I feel like she was in it too. Her and Jesus were in the movie about Sedona. I was like, yeah, they're iconic. So, like, if you like the stories and you want to hear some more funny stuff about the healing journey and just stepping outside of the comfort zone and having experiences that you never thought that maybe that you can have, but through me, you say, oh, okay, that sounds pretty cool. Well, here we are at PhD, Earth School. Shine your light.